Levi, welcome to Portland.
Thank you so much.
Man, you had a nice little trip over. What you go over? Mount Hood? You go over Sandium Pass from Bend?
I have no clue. Yeah, I know it took 3 hours and 8 minutes from Bend, so whatever that route was, and it was beautiful.
It's because he was
Mount
like
Hood,
this.
then, yeah.
He's sleeping the whole way here. I appreciate that. I was talking about you today on the radio. I'm like, he's probably listening, so I played Praying For It earlier because I thought it was really cool.
Oh, my gosh. I would have died to hear it.
Oh, man, did you miss it?
No, we had like no service, no nothing on the
Darn
drive
it.
the whole year.
Hey, for anyone that doesn't know, your phone is your radio. iHeartRadio.
That's how I usually stream it.
You can listen anywhere in the world. Welcome, man. It's so good to see you.
Thank you.
It's funny, when I walked in to say hello and knocked on the door, coming to check in real quick, Levi opened the door, and I was like, wait, we've met before somewhere, somehow. We realized in this small industry of radio that we've been in the same room together.
Absolutely.
With mutual friends and stuff like that. So it's always cool to see somewhat family coming back home for
Maybe
the first
same
time.
tattoo shop, honestly. That's what I
It
was.
could be. We were talking about tattoos. I got mine in Tennessee. And how many do you have?
40 maybe.
This one over here, does this say Nashville?
This one Nashville and has a little star. It's just like you. We're like buddies.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's go.
Okay, see, I like you even more now. we're cool. I want to talk about, how did you team up with Walker Hayes? Because you're on tour with Walker Hayes.
Yeah.
How did that whole thing come together? Because of the TikTok sensation, or was it management, or was it just the right place at the right time?
So in Nashville, we have a thing called publishing deals where basically people pay you to write songs. And my publisher was good friends with Walker.
Okay.
And he set up a co-write, which is basically sit in a room with a guy and write a song. And our first ever write together, we ended up paying for it.
Wow.
And it was just super collaborative and super fun. And we knew when we left the room, we're like, this song is really good. How are we going to do this? And I remember Walker was like, I'm about to put out an EP like tomorrow, but if you want me to feature on the song, I'll feature on it. And I was like, amazing. Fast forward to the next week, he does the Dance to Fancy, like it pops off. And Walker is just like going to the moon. And I call him, I'm like, dude, I know how rare this moment is. If you want to just step off this feature, if you want to just back away, I totally understand. And he was like, use me and abuse me.
Oh, that's cool.
And he's been like so supportive. Even we're on tour right now. So
yeah, it's
proof.
awesome. Are you having fun on the tour?
Oh my gosh. It's the bougiest tour I've ever been on because all I have to do is sing one song. Right. I sit on the bus, I chill all day long. I go get tattoos in random cities. And then I just do 3 minutes of work.
And his daughter, she's still on the tour dancing with him, right?
Yes, and Leela did the choreography for Paying For It.
Yeah. Have you had a chance to see all the performances that we've done here before in the PNC Live Lounge?
I saw one because our studio engineer was talking about a couple. I can't remember the band's name all of a sudden. What was the band's name? Japanese House came through here. Yeah. And so I watched that. It was amazing.
It's funny because you talk about Walker. Walker has one of the most overall views from one of the shows, and he did a song called Leela Stars here. And literally everybody in the room was crying in tears, and I'll never forget that moment because he's such a cool dude. He's a really great guy.
Didn't that happen like right before it even like was crazy popping off? Right?
Oh yeah,
it was, like, right at the moment.
Yep.
Almost. Yeah. I saw he didn't have a beard yet.
You Broke Up With Me was the other one. Yeah, that was that one. It's cool. I don't want to turn this into a dad situation, but sitting in a writer's room as a singer-songwriter, you've written songs for Steven Tyler, Tim McGraw. That's got to be a little overwhelming, but then we talk about your dad, for most people that don't know, is a Grammy-nominated and Grammy Award-winning songwriter, written songs for the Dixie Chicks, Tim McGraw, Rascal Flatts. So when you
just
walk,
a few people,
just a few people. His dad wrote "Bless the Broken Road" for Rascal Flatts. So growing up in Nashville, I can't wait. I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it. The stories that you have, like Johnny Cash's kid and Shooter Jennings. You probably have some amazing stories of people who just come into the house and hanging out.
Yeah, I mean, I have so many stories. One of my favorite ones is when Jessica Simpson was doing a country album.
Yes.
And I was a senior in high school, and my dad was like, I was going out the door for school, and I was like, so who are you riding with today? And he was like, well, Jessica Simpson's coming over. And I was like, Jessica Simpson.
Daisy Duke.
And I was like, can I meet her? And he's like, if you come by at like lunchtime, he's like, well, we can organize it. And so I like go to school and it's lunchtime and I'm like, hey guys, and I tell all my friends, I'm like, Jessica Simpson is at my dad's house right now. We are going over there immediately to say we're going to get lunch, and like accidentally, oh, it's Jessica. We didn't know you were here. We ended up like going over there. He is by the piano by himself. And I'm like, where's Jessica Simpson? I walk out to the back porch and she is screaming on the phone at Tony Romo.
Oh my gosh.
And they were dating at the time, and I never got to meet Jessica because she was on the phone the entire time, yelling at Tony Romo. So
you saw her from a distance.
Yeah, I was like, but that was my encounter with Jessica.
That's crazy. You're like, ooh. With friends like that in high school, knowing what your dad did, how many people were always wanting to come over and just hang out with you?
My house was really cool. I mean, I can't describe it even really on radio, but it was a really good vibe. And my parents were always really supportive of me and my brothers and friends always trying to do music. So they would always have a band room in the basement. We'd always start little bands and perform. But you know, I feel like my brothers and I are all super creative, and we're all on this journey, and all my friends are also in music. So it just like created this and cultivated this whole like place where people were being creative and awesome.
So clearly he was your musical influence to you as an entire time growing up in Nashville. Now back to you writing for Steven Tyler and for Tim McGraw with your dad, knowing his background. Did you go to him and say, what do you think about this? Use him for a little bit of influence? Or you're like, I'm just going to do my own thing and be a rebel?
My dad kind of told me like not to pursue music in a way at one point, because I think his understanding of music is it's like Murphy's Law. Everything that can go wrong in music kind of does sometimes.
Sure.
And it's kind of like as much as every yes there is in music, there's 1,000 no's. And so you're just constantly like searching for that yes and searching for that moment and searching for that moment that you get to write that song with Walker Hayes and it comes true. And I think my dad, once he realized I was really going for it, was like he didn't want to see my heart broken like his. But the thing is I'm tough just like my dad. And so we kind of both rock through it.
That's
and
cool.
now, you know, the best part is I have him as a mentor and a guide through this business.
Sure. And then you said you have brothers. How many brothers?
I got 2 younger brothers.
And are they in the music industry as well?
So my middle brother is a visual artist painter, and then my baby brother is a designer, kind of like visual designer.
Right, and maybe designing artwork for your albums.
They actually, Kanye did the cover art for Good Riddance, the song I just sang. So.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
And then mom, what does she do? She was a preacher?
My mom's a preacher. She started
it.
an organization called Thistle Farms that helps women. Yes, she actually deserves the applause.
Go, mom.
For my mom. She started an organization called Thistle Farms that helps women with a history of drug abuse and prostitution get off the streets. She employs them as they make bath and body care products and healing oils, and she sees like a 97% recovery rate and employment rate of her people.
That is incredible.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Give her a shout out. Can we buy stuff to
Yeah,
help
so
her out?
it's
What is the business?
Becca Stevens, and the company's called Thistle Farms, like this thing here.
Yeah.
Like the flower.
That's cool. Okay, so Thistle Farms. So when everyone gets home tonight, Google it, check it out. Let's raise some money for mom. That's awesome. That's cool. Getting to know you a little bit better. Favorite food?
Favorite food?
And you
it
can't
just
use
changes all the time. Barbecue right now. I'm like obsessed with brisket.
Okay, that's cool. How many tattoos do you have?
I'm guessing, I don't know. I really don't know. 40, maybe 39.
Really?
Yeah.
And it's funny because we are kind of similar. Like you said, I go to a different town to get a new tattoo because I'm like planning my next one when I go to Maui in a couple months. So I'm already working on it. So you got one in Bend. What did you get?
I got the Shaka Waka shredded hands in a band.
Yeah, after hanging with Walker on the bus.
It's kind of gross, but there it is.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
They shaved my leg. Don't look at it. I don't know why I did that.
Just because the hair gets all natted. What was your first job?
First job. Oh my gosh, I've had like no jobs.
Well, you're doing great
I've been doing
now.
this for a long time. I did flooring every summer in high school and in early college, which was like the worst thing ever. I did like vinyl laminate flooring, putting them together.
Oh, it's the worst.
My back is legitimately injured from that
and your knees, and your knees,
and my knees, my back, everything.
Yeah, you're gonna have arthritis by the time you're 50. It's crazy.
I got it already.
You talked about buddies in high school. Still friends today.
Yeah.
Do any of them tour with you at all or help you in any sort of way? Because we want to talk about social media and getting that exposed more for you. Because I want everyone to start following you to keep up with the tour and what is going on with Levi.
Yeah, I mean, is the question if they're still hanging out with me? And
close friends that you brought into the business to help you out.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of them are doing other kind of media forms. So like my brother, for instance, is doing the cover art to my stuff, and friends doing videography and social media for me and helping me out on like just capturing content. Not a lot of them are still doing music because it's been about 15 years.
Yeah, and you said, you realize how hard the business is.
Oh
you
my
get
gosh,
a lot of no's.
It kicks your butt, but it's people that persevere like Walker that really stick out and keep going.
He has a great story to talk about that. Yeah, for sure, definitely. One last thing, favorite spot to be in the country now that you've been here. We obviously probably want to say Portland.
Yeah.
But other than that, where has it been? Where's your tours taking you?
Man.
What's been your favorite spots?
So I just got engaged.
Cool, congrats.
And we love Ungunquit, Maine.
Okay.
And it's like just this small town in Maine. And I swear to God, Bend, Oregon is like the Pacific Northwest version of that city. And I genuinely think that is like one of the most beautiful places I've ever been, and would love to come play that little. Not that huge venue. That'd be awesome. There's also the Cross-Eyed Cricket, I guess, like across the street that I would love to go check out.
That'd be cool. Well, we'll get you back here. Don't worry.
Come on.
Yeah, we got
lots. Invite me back.
We got lots of tours that always come through. Does anybody have a question for Levi? You guys were at the show last night. What was your favorite moment at the show last night?
There's one great answer to that question. Oh, that's
okay.
great.
So you got to go on the stage with them. Cool. I love that.
Can I get your autograph?
Yes.
Usually I know the countdown.
If she's watching on the live stream, you better get it right.
I genuinely think it's 304 or 305. You guys can correct me on that.
Okay.
It's June 14th, 2025.
And we have a little fan up here. I don't know. I didn't catch her name, but she actually got the set list last night from the show.
Hey!
So we make sure we're going to have you sign it for
Let's
for
go
sure.
100%. And I'll take photos with everybody that wants to and hang out with you guys.
We're going to do that, but it was cool because it was her first concert and she got to see you.
Really?
Yeah. So it was very awesome. So
congrats.
I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Levi Hummon. Let's give us some more music.